This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back, everyone. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Tuesday, August 13th. Let's not waste time. Let's jump right in. Let's take a quick look at breadth numbers, and then I'll go through the context and complexion of the markets and what worked and what didn't. So taking a look at new highs versus new lows, we had 219 new highs on the NYSE versus 175 new lows. A little bit on the upside for the bulls. We had 77% of stocks advancing versus 18% declining, bullish. 52% below their 50-day moving average and 38% below their 200-day moving averages. Now, once futures opened in the morning, when the morning rolled around, the futures were looking positive. After the opening bell, we pretty much rose all day. Breadth intraday was both net shares as well as net volume of up volume was strong pretty much all day. Keep in mind the SPY ETF only traded like 40 million shares, which is still below average on the daily volume numbers. Every sector pretty much was green except for energy, which was down 0.5%, but tech was up 2.9%. Consumer cyclical up 2.28%, healthcare up 1.3%. So very bullish day. I'll share on the show notes all of the sectors that were in green. What stood out to me was when the PPI number came out, we rallied immediately. I looked at some of the data, but I'll be quite honest with you, I don't deep dive into the data because I know it's all about a narrative and the story they want to convey. So I don't deep dive into the numbers because I just know it's not real, right? Just like how the jobs numbers, we know they're going to be revised down on the next one. Unemployment, we know that's not true numbers. So I don't really care what the number is. I just want to see what the reaction is because ultimately that's the important part, is the reaction to the news. But I do want to give a quick shout out to Based Money, who operates a great Substack that I'll link to quite often. And he also participates in the Substack private chats on our Substack here at NYU Grad. But he pointed out, Based Money pointed out that basically there was nothing in the report for PPI that, because they were saying that the PPI report, that it was a 0.0 number, but there was nothing in the report that had any line item for 0.0. So I believe Based Money. I'm not going to go investigate this report because it's just all BS. They're saying that PPI is the producer price index. That's for people who want to manufacture goods. CPI is a consumer price index, which is what we pay for stuff and those goods. They're basically saying that, hey, if you're manufacturing or you're making stuff, it's not any different in your input costs today. So whatever, but it reacted well. That's all that matters. So what was strong today? Did I miss anything before I go into this? Because that's really all that happened today, to be quite honest with you. What was strong, just as a sector, precious metals is doing great. So I'll go through this list. So on the green side, you had SOXL, which is long semiconductors, up 12.3%. All the semis went up a lot. Wayfair, 10.2%, Carvana 9.7%, New York Community Bank 9.25%. They must be anticipating a rate cut. SVIX, which is short the VIX, up 7.6%, AppLovin 6.7%, NVIDIA 6.5, Paysafe 6.35. I believe they just reported earnings. Restoration Hardware 6, Intel 5.7, ARM 5.6, Roku 5.5, DraftKings 5.3, Tesla 5.2, Broadcom 5.07, Kava 5.05, Dell 4.9, SMCI 4.89. Keep in mind, SMCI was $1,000 just a few weeks ago. It's at 567. But it was up 4.89. Zillow Group 4.8, Extreme Networks 4.5, MongoDB 4.5, CarMax 4.4. So these are some of like the risk, stocks that I track. And I know when they're up a lot, that means all of the Russell 2000 was leading, basically, when you see names like MongoDB, CarMax, Affirm Holdings, all in the green. Arc Innovation up 4%. You can take a look at those. What was weak? Chipotle Mexican Grill loses CEO for Starbucks, down 7.5%. TerraWolf 7.2. TZA, which is short Russell 2000, down 4.64. Hut Corp 3.78. DJT 3.6. I did not listen to the Elon Musk Donald Trump thing yesterday. If I missed anything, comment in the show notes. What did I miss? What was your top 2 bullet point takeaways? I'd love to read it because I did not listen to it. I just don't care. Biddy, which is short Bitcoin, was down 3.06. Iron 3.03. Natural gas futures down 2.79. And FAZ, which is short financials, down 2.57. Look, everything bounced today. And it all bounced on the PPI BS data. That's all that happened. And the volume wasn't that excellent. So we're just waiting for tomorrow's CPI lies at 8:30 in the morning. And yes, the CPI numbers will also be fake. It will be doctored data. However, the market will move on that data. I suspect more volatility. That doesn't mean we're going to crash. I'm saying volatility to the upside or the downside. All I know is we're not going to have one of these only Dow only up, 0.25% days. It's going to either be over 1.5% to the upside or down 1.5% to the downside tomorrow. It's going to move. So be on your toes. Watch for volatility. Keep a close eye on yields and currency pairs. And I will see you all after the Wednesday session. Premium members, please stay on so we go through some of these macro charts. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.